What the hell is going on?
Well, what you're seeing is the final collapse of what people described as the post-World War II order, which then became the post-Soviet collapse order. So if you think about 1945, World War II finishes and the Cold War begins. So you go from World War II to two big major players in the world competing for dominance. And that lasts until 1991 when the Soviet Union collapses, at which point you get the unipolar world in which there's only one hegemony, only one country that's really setting the terms of what's happening in the world. The West lost its focus and its sense of purpose in 1991 because we were like, well, we defeated our great rival, communism, Soviet, Russia, etc. And then we kind of didn't really know what to do. And we took our eye off the ball. And what's happening now is that entire framework that we have had since World War II is disintegrating very rapidly.
How much of this, and before we go into the details and just catch up on a few things you said there, how much of this is linked to nuclear weapons? Because I was thinking, I can't really, all of these superpowers are going for countries that aren't armed with nuclear weapons. And it somewhat feels to me that the reason why the US wouldn't get involved if China took Taiwan is because they have nukes. And the reason why the US is a little bit intimidated by Russia is because they have nukes. So is it really the world is splitting into nuclear powers and anyone with nukes can do what the fuck they want because they can basically wipe out planet Earth if they get angry?
And that has always been the case, except we've been constrained by the framework of the rules-based order. But that got taken apart. And this is where I think the West and the United States including needs to take responsibility because the war in Afghanistan and Iraq even more so completely undermined our moral credibility. You know, how can you say, well, Russia isn't allowed to invade Ukraine if you go around invading countries on a whim, making up excuses and reasons to do that? So we have eroded our moral authority and we've also eroded our military strength and the potential that we have to inflict damage on people who misbehave, so to speak.